What date was the last fight?
Oh man, the last fight, 28th of February. Yeah, February? 28th of Feb last year.
Last year, 21, yeah. Wow.
Time.
Yeah, it's been hard for you, eh? Like,
Yeah, bro. Like after the first fight, I was just keen to get straight back in. Couldn't really find any decent matchup. Well, mind you, we went into that small lockdown.
yeah.
Pretty much straight after. Then I had my little break, and then came back, and then nothing happened. And then we had that big, bloody long stretch of that lockdown.
Yeah.
And then now we've finally come out of it, and starting to get back to a normal way of life, with the borders opening and stuff. So that's always good. So finally be able to match someone.
Were you trying to get a fight all the time, or you just was no use because you couldn't go anywhere, or you wouldn't be able to get home, or?
Before I was training like I was like keen as for a fight, because straight after the loss, it really like clipped my ears a bit, and I really wanted to get back in there, but I just couldn't. And then then I think just after that long lockdown that we had, then I was like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna chill for a little bit, and then I'll properly train once I do have something lined up.
And so you had another break, did you?
Yeah, pretty much, pretty much. I mean, that 100 days off, basically, like, that was, that kind of forced me into like a bit of a break. So.
Yeah. How did you fill your time? And is it really hard to keep the weight? Because you used to be a big fella, now you're not a big fella. You're still a big fella, but you're not a fat fella.
Sharks. No, I really struggled on that last lockdown. Just because nothing was open, we were stuck at home. I couldn't really do anything, and like I've mentioned on the channel before, I love to cook and I love to eat and I love to bake. So that filled up my time.
So how much did you have to take off when you come back?
Oh man, I'm still chopping away at it, But the thing is that I'm still feeling good. Like, even though I am heavier, like a lot heavier, I still feel like I'm performing. Doug seems to be happy with basically how I'm performing in the gym. So the weight to him isn't that much of a big deal. For myself, I probably am gonna chop down a bit, and like if I'm feeling this good at this weight, then I'm very excited to see what I am like when I'm a bit lighter. So so big things to come.
Do you notice, like, because heavyweights can lose quite a lot of weight and go up and down, do you notice any power with your punching if you're carrying more weight? Is it a trade-off? Well, I might get tired earlier, but I might be able to punch harder, or how do you work that out?
Yeah, a little bit. Especially for those who don't carry devastating punching power, like myself, like, I don't think I'm a devastating puncher. I think the punchers, they're more so like blessed with it, it's just something they have, like Tua, like Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder isn't a big guy. He's not a heavy person, but he punches like incredibly hard. So in terms of like weight and performance for the non-punchers, I think it does play a difference. So with me in my fights, I tend to see what the opponent is like. Does he do well against a mover? If he doesn't do well against a mover, that means I'll probably chop down my weight a bit more. If I feel like I can like stand and bang with him, then I'll be more comfortable putting on weight and trading with him. And
So tell us a little bit about what's in the line.
We got that George Kambosos card coming up. So George Kambosos versus Devin Haney, those two are going at it, and me and Hemi will be on the undercard. So I'll be fighting Lucas Brown, and that isn't set in concrete, but in terms of like verbal agreements, it pretty much is. So both he and I like the idea of the fight. We're just basically waiting for the contracts to be written up, and then I guess we'll just sign on the dotted line and just get back into training, because I think he is pretty much full-time in the gym. same as me. You know, I'm just working away towards the date, which is June 5th, and both of us are looking to perform well on that night. And I'm really looking to make a big statement on that night.
Yeah, that was the next thing I was going to ask you. How important in the big scheme of things?
Yeah, it's very, very important. You know, very, very important. I'm coming off a loss, and I feel like I really, really need to perform on this fight. You know, as pretty much on every fight the same way, but since I lost in the last fight, I really need to make my name known once again. So I'm looking on June 5th to win in devastating fashion.
Just going back to the last, did you look over it and you think there was chances for you to win it?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Like, you know, there's always things that I could have done more. There's things I could have done in preparation a bit better. You know, just all learning curves. So yeah, so it's just something that I've looked back on, reflected on, and learned from it. So with this fight coming forward, I plan to take the things that I've learned and you know, put them into play.
And a year lost, you want to make up for lost time, I guess. You want to get as many fights as you can. And
yeah, man, 100%. I mean, going more than a year without a fight, and that's actually 2 years. You know, by even the year before that, I didn't have many fights at all as well. So yeah, so like a lot of wasted time, and I really, really want to get, you know, into this boxing scene and, you know, make my name known and get some wins and fight some good fights against some good people. And, you know, that's what gets me excited, and that's the reason why I want to train hard. You know, it's just to train hard so I can fight like good fighters. Yeah.
Hey, well, we want to be on the journey with you as you lead up to the Lucas Brown and beyond.
Yeah, no, thank you, Tony. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. Thanks very much, mate. It's good to see you back in the gym, and you're not looking big. You're looking.
Man, I'm a lot heavier, man. I'm a lot heavier. But during that lockdown, I actually done like a bit more weights than I would usually do. You know, because of that lockdown, and because I'm coming from like a boxing gym, to fill in my exercise time, I didn't want to do boxing because that's what I do every single day. So I just chose to do something else, and weights was something to basically fill up my time for most of the time that I had on lockdown, was just weights and running, and then that slowed down a bit, and then, you know, lockdown stretched on a bit longer, and then I was like, oh, then I just relaxed a bit.
But hey, you've got to relax the head sometimes too, don't you? You know?
Yeah, it's good for you, you know? Yeah. Good for you. Slow down, you know, slow down a bit. Yeah.
Well, you seem to be switched on, like looking forward to this.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, for sure. You know, I mean, that loss, you know, that loss, that was a step backwards in my career, and I really want to just excel forward. So yeah, so I'm looking to put on a big statement.
You think, well, you can see where you can be. You know where you can be. You have a look back and say, man, I'm there. Yeah. So I just can't wait, man. I just can't wait to get back in the ring. You know? Thanks, Tony. Good on you, man.
Thank you.